Happy July 14th. It's about 10 minutes until July 15th. I'm in the hotel room by myself. You are with Grandma in our apartment, so you can go to football practice tomorrow. Today was my first chemo session of enhurtu. It's also kind of an immunotherapy, which is the part that has me a little bit worried as far as rheumatoid arthritis flares, like the immunotherapy did to me last time. Hopefully it doesn't do it this time. Let's see. Grandma had to go to the ER last night, so you guys were up pretty late. Thank goodness she doesn't have pink eye. I took a long time for me to get my infusion this week because it was the first time I've ever had it, and I guess you're supposed to have an echocardiogram of your heart before it's done, but I had one, I don't know, within the past 2 years, and everything was fine. So I am assuming that they got the okay finally to just accept that one as my baseline. I had him give me that 72-hour nausea sludge, as I like to refer to it, through my port. So hopefully for the next 3 days I won't get too nauseous. I'm a little bit nauseous now, but I've had a lot to eat since I came back from the hospital 3.5 hours ago. I've had 2 bagels with cream cheese. I've had a couple of these vitamin C gummies that I got. I had a bunch of water because I was thirsty. I had a couple of these Pop'ems that I bought at Publix the other day because they looked good. And let me tell you, they are pretty good. See, I bought these. It's 240 calories for 4 of them, so I figured that will work well. Yeah, it's been going. I did do Chuck E. Cheese last night and this morning before my chemo, because I figured even if I was up to going after chemo, when I get back, we would just want some time to just kind of hang out at the apartment to ourselves for a while after Grandma goes home. So we could even do the Chuck E. Cheese early if you wanted to on Monday and next week. But next week you have football practice Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. I think you said this coming Monday will be the first day in pads, because then all of your teammates will have had the amount of time that they need to have to be able to go into helmets. And then I think a week or two, there'll be pads. So that'll be fun. My spine is kind of achy again tonight. I also got a shot in my belly. See, right there, in my stretch marks. Yeah. That's supposed to help with bone density, I guess. So hopefully it will help with bone density. I guess apparently the days that it's working, that shot's supposed to hurt, from what I heard from the chemo nurse that gives them out all the time. So hopefully if it does hurt, it doesn't hurt so bad I can't move. But apparently it only works, for a few days. I guess we'll find out. Time will tell. I booked the hotel originally Tuesday night, which was yesterday, then Wednesday night, which is today, Thursday night, which is tomorrow. I would check out on Friday afternoon because I have the late checkout for 3 p.m. But I'm thinking that should be enough time, because just as long as I don't wake up tomorrow and just feel totally like I've been dragged by a train or something, I should be able to get up and get going, definitely. Ooh, sorry, done dropped you. by Friday afternoon. I wanted to make sure that with this new chemo, I wasn't doing something unsafe by driving back today. I've been drowsy since I got home. It could just be the fact that I got up and moving about 10 o'clock, and I got out of the hotel room before noon to go to Chuck E. Cheese today. Could just be that, or it could be a combination of the medicine and the fact that it's really late. So I get up when I'm in chemo to go use the bathroom, and I get done using the bathroom, and I come out and I sit down, and the nurse comes by and starts talking to me, and I was like, I need to figure out how I can get a breathing treatment. Do you need to call respiratory? Because I have the medicine, and I pulled one of these out of my wallet because I just had a feeling that I would need to bring some with me today. So she's like, yeah, so she went ahead and called down to pharmacy and pretty much told them to send up everything they needed. Well, needless to say, they only sent up this, but in a foil wrapper, and not this and this, which is a major part of my nebulizer treatments. So they went ahead and called respiratory after they got the medicine. Respiratory came down and finally gave me a breathing treatment. My medicine was up by the time he got there, but that's okay. I was kind of afraid to try to go get my car and everything and get in the car, come back up to the room and walk all the hallways and stuff before I get to my room, to my own oxygen ability to be able to do it here without a nebulizer treatment first. But when I first sat back down, the lady, she was kind of concerned because that was my first time using that medicine. And I told her straight out, I'm like, this is not this medicine. This is my lungs pitching a fit because I haven't had a nebulizer treatment in 6 hours. And I miscalculated. It was actually 8 hours. So I had technically missed 2. And my lungs were just not having it anymore. So they put me on oxygen right away and waited for the respiratory people to come and medicine to get sent up and all that. But yeah, 5 minutes after he got there, my breathing was so much better that with the oxygen it got a little bit better, but it wasn't like it was after the breathing treatment. My oxygen saturation numbers were at 98 on, I think it was 2 and a smidge liters of O2, but my lungs still felt like they were like this. And then when I got the breathing treatment, they felt more like this, more like lungs again. So hopefully, they went from this to this. So they were still a little bit tight, but that was okay. By the time I got back to the hotel, I was in decent enough shape to be able to do a few things in the hotel, like take a shower and stuff like that right when I got in. And then I was able to do another breathing treatment, opposed to having to do a breathing treatment first before I took a shower. And then I went down after I showered and I ate something. I went down to the van because I needed to get the ibuprofen that was in there and something else. What else did I need to grab? It was something. Let me think. Let me look around and see if I can figure it out. Ibuprofen. I brought up that bag too, but I don't think that was necessary for me to bring up. Brought up the ibuprofen. I don't know. There was something else that I brought up that I also went down for at the same time. I brought that stuff up, and by the time I got back up here, I was sweating from head to toe again. So then I went and took another shower. Ugh. But now I have the AC down low enough that I'm not sweating. Hopefully I won't make the bed moist, as you like to call it, when I go ahead and lay down here in just a few minutes. I did get us a brand new thermometer the other day when I stopped at Publix to get those donuts. It was $17.99. I don't know if that's a good deal yet or not because I haven't looked it up online, but I will. It's a little ear thermometer. You go like this, and then you push the button, and then it beeps at you to tell you what your temperature is. When I took my temperature this morning, when I first got up, it was 100.5. And then I took it again. It was like 99.4. And that was after almost 700 milligrams of Tylenol because of the other medicine that I take. Tylenol is also in that medicine. So I texted Dr. Imes and I let him know. And he said, well, just as long as it's not a certain number, you should be okay. So I said, okay. So then I went ahead and went off and did the Chuck E. Cheese thing. And then when I got back, I haven't been running a fever since, which is good. That temperature was 98.5, which is good. So, and providing it's almost midnight, it shouldn't spike any higher than that. I did take my pain medicine again with a bunch of Tylenol in it. So hopefully that will keep it away. And then I made sure I brought up the ibuprofen that was in the van just in case I spiked a fever at night and I needed to take something more than just Tylenol. For some reason I'm thinking the other thing I needed was in the bathroom or there on the sink. I kind of want Chinese food, but I don't want to make that walk tonight. I think if I feel more steady on my feet, I'll reheat that Chinese food that I brought from home and is in the fridge tomorrow for lunch, which will be Thursday the 15th for lunch. I did place a small Walmart.com order because my computer is not working right anymore. So I bought an external keyboard that I can plug in with a USB thing. And I'm hoping that comes in and it works good. That would be good if it works. Then I'll be able to use my keyboard and my laptop again. Yeah. They did de-access me at the hospital. So if I have to, I already have all the fluid, supplies, the flushes, the heparin, the port change kit, and the needle over there by the big mirror over there. So I'm thinking if I have to access tomorrow, I'll do it around lunchtime or early afternoon when I'm just laying around resting. Because I definitely don't want to get more dehydrated than I already am. I was going to try to talk them into leaving it access, but I didn't want to go through the trouble for just a no. So I went ahead and just let them de-access me, and I figured I'd do my best to access myself here and see how it goes. I know you do it for me all the time. So with any luck, I can do it myself. I'm just worried about my movement disorder, but hopefully I'll get it figured out. So yeah, if I talk tomorrow and I'm talking about that I have had fluids or I'm currently running fluids in the conversation, we'll know it was a success. Let's see, I think that's all. I ordered myself a nightshirt from Walmart.com because I only have uncomfortable pajamas here because I didn't pack everything apparently that I needed, that I thought I had packed. So hopefully that nightshirt will feel good. It was only like $7, and that's with taxes. So figured I'd splurge on myself just a little bit. I've only got like 6 bottles of water left in the fridge, so I went ahead and got a gallon of water to be delivered tomorrow and a thing of yogurt because yogurt sounds good in my brain right now. Got a couple bananas, nothing super fancy. I ate the steak and noodles last night for dinner. That was good. That was really yummy. When I got back from Chuck E. Cheese, I heated that up. And I made like 7,000 tickets for you in those 2 days. I just sat at that machine that I like at the Franklin Chuck E. Cheese. I earned like 4,000 the first night and a little over 3,000 the second night. So I'm sure you'll have fun spending those tickets when we actually figure out what we're going to spend them on. That'll be fun. Let's see. I think that's all. I'm very glad I brought my toaster because it has come in handy. I had 2 bagels today. No, 3 bagels. I had a bagel when I woke up. Then I had a bagel when I got back. Then I had another bagel just a little while ago. So yeah, that toaster has definitely come in handy. I think every time we come here, I'm going to bring the toaster, whether we have stuff to toast or not, if I feel like. I also got a loaf of Pepperidge Farm bread at Publix the other night. Or I might have gotten that when I was doing that shopping at Publix the night before I left when you were at football. Yeah, I think I did. I think I brought that with me. So I got rid of the extra donuts from my Intamin's donuts. I've got one cinnamon donut left in a baggie over there from the bagel bag. There was a veteran begging for food on the side of the highway, so I made sure I bought the box of donuts with tied up in, like, I think it was a Dollar Tree bag. And I went ahead and just handed them out the window. So there were like 3 powdered sugar ones and then the 3 plain ones. Because I had thrown one out for the birds in the garage, a plain one, when I got here. Because there were birds all over the place and I didn't see any food for them. So I figured, oh, I'll throw this out. So yeah, I fed the birds too the other night. Let's see. I don't know if there's anything else that I really need to talk about right now. So yeah, that was my day. I love you. I'm going to try to lay down and get some rest here. And yeah, I'll see you probably Friday afternoon because, unless we do like a video call online, that would be fun too. Okay, honey, I love you. I always will. Bye for now.